like your first 6 bars.
Yeah.
That's really what be catching niggas.
Yeah?
I don't know if you really
You
thought
think?
about. I feel like it's your first 6.
Really?
Like your first 6 be catching. Like someone, what is it? What
So
you
I
say?
guess I'm like, so I guess it's hard.
Really sit back
I didn't
like,
say
yo,
unless you did know who I am.
yo.
Yeah.
I really got black and tan girls for real. You know what I mean? Yo, it's your boy Hakeem, and you are watching Our Generation Music. And today, man, I got a very special interview for y'all. My boy, YT, he's made his way to LA, man.
We're here, man. What's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
So
you came at LA is probably the craziest time.
Yeah, bro, literally, I was there. My flight was, I was leaving for the airport at like 5 a.m. and I was there at 3 a.m. like looking at the news, like refreshing Twitter, like should I go? But I kind of was just like, yo, YOLO, and I went, but I pulled up and it actually is crazy, man. I was seeing smoke from the plane and stuff from my B&B.
Wow.
Like, yeah, man, it's crazy, but I'm here, innit? We're here.
You here, while LA is literally on fire.
Yeah, man.
Like, you was about to bring the fire to LA.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I must put some stuff like that on my story, but I was like, yo, like, people that kept pissed off, let me be like, hey. But like, nah, it's so crazy like, right now.
That sense of humor don't work over here, brother.
That's what I was saying, bro. That's some British stuff, bro. People having the dark humor, but like, nah, man, it's a crazy time. I hope everybody out here staying safe. I hope the city recovers for real.
Nah, facts. I mean, this has probably been one of the craziest things I've ever experienced in LA. The earthquakes be like insane.
I thought stuff like this be happening though.
It does happen, but it's never happened to
like
this magnitude.
This is the craziest it's been.
Craziest it's ever been.
I thought people even like used to wildfires and stuff. I thought this be happening.
It be happening, bro, but it's never happened.
You've experienced earthquakes?
Definitely.
What?
Nigga, I've woken up from an earthquake.
What?
That shit's
but
scary.
Like the full
yes,
building.
bro, building, shit shaking, like that shit is crazy.
That's crazy, bro. I was literally saying like there's so much to complain about in the UK, but I feel like one thing though, we actually got no extreme weather enough. You don't get hurricanes, you don't get earthquakes, you don't get floods. Like it's just cold and windy, but apart from that, it don't get like earthquake crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, definitely cold and windy, and a nigga might shank you.
Hey, bro. I've got to change the reputation our country has, bro. Everyone here just thinks it's gangs, knives, and tech fleeces, bro.
Oh, God.
I say thank you, bro.
I gotta go, man. I need to go over there
soon. Have you still
soon.
not been?
No. I think it's gonna happen either this fashion week in the summer or next month or some crazy
You gotta
shit.
come like July or like August. You have a thing called Carnival at the end of August.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best time to come to London.
Real island boys,
yeah,
man.
That's what I say. You know about Carnival,
Yes,
bro.
man.
So it's like I feel like that's the peak of the UK. That's the best time to come. August. That's when it's going crazy. I'm surprised you ain't been yet.
I haven't, but it's like this year I made it a promise to myself to like actually travel, and that's definitely on the list because
do you be leaving the US?
I do. I like travel in the U.S., but I haven't been really moving around a lot like that.
Bro, there's a lot going on outside of America, bro. You gotta tap in.
Nah, facts. I'm definitely gonna. I'm trying to get my shit stamped up this year for sure.
Okay, I hear that.
But let's bring it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Get into the story of YT. Where are you like from, and like how old are you? You know, for our audience and everything.
Yeah, I'm 23 years old, and I'm from London in the United Kingdom. Yeah, man.
Like where exactly?
Exactly? I'm from a place called like Essex, which is like the edge of London, or like it's kind of like the suburbs, if you can describe it. So it's East London, but it's kind of like the suburbs. So it's like, but I always moved around in different areas. So I lived in North London a little bit, lived in East London. So like, but I'm from around the North East London area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire, man. And you grew up in the church, right?
Yeah, man. Both my parents are pastors.
Both pastors.
My parents are pastors. Yeah.
I know this is the craziest thing to them that you're a rapper.
Yeah, man.
But the crazy thing is that, you know, a lot of artists that they grew up in the church system end up being really great because they're coming around music, you know, at its holiest and highest and its most infectious point, like from an early age.
Literally, it's crazy, like, because like neither of my parents are that musical, but like it's the way we were talking about. I was just telling you before the cameras are on that I don't listen. Like, I wasn't listening to like old hip hop and stuff, and it's because like growing up, my parents weren't letting me listen to anything that wasn't like gospel or worship music. So I literally just grew up listening to gospel worship music, like Christian rap, like Lecrae and stuff, until I like was like 10 and got my own iPod Touch, and then I was listening, found my own music. But like, so my intro to music was like Drake, Thank Me Later, and like Kanye 808s and Heartbreak, because up until that point I was just listening to church music.
Which is also a very good timestamp and a very infectious point in music
Literally,
too.
man.
Like So Far Gone,
But that's where
808s.
it's like, it's so melodic, and I feel like that's where the melodic influence in my music comes from, because like my introduction to music was like trap or like melodic rap, and that's like when I was telling you, like, people always crucify me for this, but when I say like boom bap or like hip hop stuff is boring, like that's the way that's why it's that way for me.
He said, keep that unk shit out my
Bro,
ears, man.
I respect it though. That's the thing, man. I know that these guys are the goats, but it's just like my ears just aren't attuned to that. Like,
You know, one thing I will say, I think your generation kind of misses with that, because I do understand your point, but I do also urge you to go listen. But growing up, we had music, just a little bit more curation with like MTV and, all these different, BET, 106 in Park, all these different avenues to curate music and curate what's dope and what's good and this and that. You didn't necessarily have to seep through things, you didn't get bored listening
you think that's a good thing though?
That's a good, I thought it was a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing because it also, like, something like MTV, like, widen your taste. Like, I remember, like, waking up in the morning, like, seeing Flacco's A$AP Rocky Peso video. First time popping on MTV in the mornings. And then you also have Vampire Weekend. And then you also have, like, Green Day. And then you also have this and that. It's just like, it's definitely was a dope luxury to have, like, with just, widening your taste palette and this and that.
Sure.
But it's like, I feel like your generation only has, like, streaming and streaming playlists. And just like the virality of TikTok, right?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's crazy though, because like you said, there was stuff like MTV and radio, so like it would get curated, or it would show, like, all of this different stuff would be put on display for people. But I think like a cool thing about this era is that like you don't have that, like the mainstream channels on is like they're not important anymore. So if people aren't showing you, you gotta go and like find stuff yourself, which I think is the cool thing. And I think that's why there's so much more like variety in music, because like everybody's be finding their own stuff and creating their own channels instead of having to be like, okay, watch MTV and it's everyone's showing you the same music videos. But I feel you though. I hear the point on curation.
To your point, it's really just like the everyday person is more in charge of what they actually decide to listen to.
I think that's cool.
I think it's fire too. Either way, but they also did have, niggas did have that too. But for someone that was curious, you could put a channel on and you're like, yo, here's how I discovered music. Now music is completely different. First time I heard you was off TikTok.
Yeah, man.
I heard Arterix.
Yes.
And it's not a controlled platform. It's like whatever goes. We have Leandro Ball now. Tweaking is one of the biggest songs. Like, it's 5-10 years ago, that really wouldn't be a thing. That'd be an impossible thing.
It's crazy. It's like, you hear people complain about like TikTok and stuff so much and like all the negative sides of it, but I think like you said, like the Leandro Ball song going crazy, you hearing me from Arterix when I was like 19, I think it's like so insane that we're at a time where anybody from their phone can just like get their own thing jumping or like put themselves on. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, man, people have so much control. Like you said, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that could have never happened. It's crazy.
It was like, yo, you had to have the right agent to get on MTV.
To even get into a studio, you have to have the connections, but like, nigga, download BandLab.
Or even know that that's a lit studio.
Exactly.
Like, so I remember there's a studio in New York that's in Times Square. I forgot the name. But I've been to Times Square mad times as a kid, and I didn't know that was
right there,
it was right there. Yeah. Like, if I wanted to be a producer and I would just stand outside of that studio and just get my shit up. There's a crazy story. J. Cole standing outside of 4040 Club having to give Hove, like, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. I've used that same example. Like, you see them videos of like people like waiting outside to like rap for like a minute in front of a rapper, and like, if you were trying to come up 10 years ago, that's your one chance. You gotta catch Kanye West and like rap for him outside his car and hope that in 60 seconds he signs you. And like, people are complaining about having to dance in front of their phone or like make videos for TikTok, and I'm like, bro, you got it good, bro.
Like, really good.
You can put some stuff on SoundCloud, you can shoot a video from your iPhone and you can blow, like, you got it
tomorrow
good.
In an hour.
You can blow tomorrow. Like, I don't think people realize, like, as much as there's all these like negatives, like, our brains are fried from this shit, but like, definitely from an artist perspective, I definitely think it's the like the easiest time to be an artist ever.
Definitely,
like,
it's definitely the
100%.
easiest time. I mean, you got even older groups now, like you got West Side Gun in there.
Yeah.
Like there used to be A&Rs and people would be like, "Yo, I'm not signing niggas that's 30-something years old.
Literally,
Like
bro.
it's a young man's sport. Why would I do that?" But the internet just wildly changed,
Anybody,
and we've
bro,
grown.
the control's in the hands of the people, I feel like.
Which is good, and I'm totally for that. I do wish though, like, you know, you see Netflix now like having the streaming shit. I do wish there was some type of show though that we could go to that have like music curation from all different, you know, genres of music. Which like we all think this is dope. Like music programming, I think is still important. You know,
100.
You know, definitely. But earlier you spoke on a Supreme and shit.
Yeah.
So going on your Instagram, like deep down in there, you was wearing Supreme for a long time.
Hell yeah, man.
Talk a bit about, you know, just streetwear and what it means to you and everything.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't even know. I feel like I suck at skating, but like I always used to want to try and skate. I remember playing Skate 2, Skate 3, all of those. So like skate culture, even though I suck at skating, has always been like a part of like my life from young. So like I was into skate culture and like that was around the same time I started getting into clothes. It was like 13, 14, and I was just like prime hypebeast era. I remember watching those like complex videos of like where
Jinx
literally and then into was Emily Oberg and stuff, like interviewing people like outside on the street and stuff. So like I really just like really fell in love with it, and I was super into like clothes in that era. And like I don't even describe myself as a fashion person that much these days. Like back in the day I feel like I cared about that stuff more, but like like I was literally just saying now that like I've started getting a bit more money and I have like am able to buy stuff, it's like what I find myself buying is all the old Preem stuff that I wanted back then when I was 14 and that I couldn't cop. I was on the site at 11 a.m. every Thursday trying to cop that stuff and I couldn't. And so like, I love rocking that stuff now because like that's part of me, man, just completing my childhood dreams, innit?
Yeah, that's for me, it's like Bape. Like I love Nego era Bape. Like this hat, BBC era, like Nego shit. Like this is like for me. Like I'm gonna get this for me.
Literally,
like, nigga, I was in the magazines flipping this shit, like fantasizing. Like
all
I
them
would
classic
get this.
like Pharrell and Nego, like like Bapesters, or the Running Dog jeans, bro. That was a crazy era, man. I love that. I love that swag so much.
It's crazy, and it's dope though too because you know I love that. You know, sometimes people fall victim to hype and just like, oh, Supreme's dead or this is that, and it's like, nah, bro, like. I've always wanted to wear this, so I'm gonna wear it.
Literally, man.
I don't give a fuck about that.
I literally remember I posted some TikTok like a couple months ago, and I was in some like Box logo, and like literally, what in the TikTok on the comments, someone was like Box logo in 2024, and I was like, bro, hey, wear the things you like, bro. People be thinking like that stuff, like, oh, like how you wearing that is dead. It's like, bro, it's just be rocking the stuff you like. That's what fashion should be. I feel like.
Yeah, it's your own personal expression.
What exactly? Expressing like the stuff that means something to you. So like, nah, man, Supreme's classic, bro. And I was saying like. That stuff's coming back, but even though it's coming back, I don't even feel like it ever left. Like I don't feel like there's some stuff.
It shouldn't feel like it ever left if you really truly rock it.
Literally, bro.
You know,
literally.
like you know.
You've been rocking it this whole time, 100%.
So yeah, you was talking about also too being in school. You went to Oxford.
Yeah.
Did I butcher that?
Oxford.
Oxford. Okay.
You say Oxford? That's crazy.
Hey, don't kill me out there, my brothers.
That's funny, bro.
I feel like I butchered it, but so yeah, you went to Oxford.
Yeah.
Oxford.
Okay.
You're saying it like Ford.
Oh, like the car.
So just let it roll off.
Okay. So now we keep it in.
That is crazy, bro.
So you went to Oxford. The only time I've ever seen Oxford is when I'm watching some like movie and they're like trying to like, you know, give you a prestige view of London and some shit.
Hey, man.
But you went there and you studied philosophy and also, what else did you study?
French literature, man.
Yeah. How do you feel like that has helped you?
It's crazy. I don't know. It's like, I was there for 4 years and like the 4 years I was in like uni, or the Americans call it like college. Like, I can't like, now it feels like a blur, but like, how did it help me? I don't know. In a lot of ways it didn't. Like, obviously being in that type of environment, like all the focus is on like academics and then getting like a corporate or like commercial job afterwards. Like everyone goes kind of down these traditional paths and there's like that kind of, traditional idea of like what being successful is. So like when people saw me like rapping and stuff, it was like, yo, what's this guy doing? Or it seemed weird, but like.
It's almost like Superman, like, going to the Daily Planet.
Literally,
and he's like,
and then-
yo, I got a whole different life over
I
here.
literally I used to call myself Hannah Montana because I was literally like doing like saying like best of both worlds in it. I was doing the double life thing. So like I literally have a song called Hannah Montana about that. But like, hey man, it's crazy. I feel like I learned a lot though in terms of like life, and like it really set me on, because I had to do this other thing. It really showed me how much like, yo, music is the real thing that I want to do. And so by the time I graduated, I like knew without a doubt that like, yo, I can't go back to like doing exams or like living in an office, like working in some office. Like I need to make this music stuff work. So it really gave me a lot of like motivation and clarity about like what I wanted to do, and like showed me like, yo, this is one life. Don't like wake up every day doing some shit that you hate. Like
facts.
Go like take a shot. So like it was hard. It was hard doing both, but like, hey, glory to God, I came out successful. So like, yeah, man, it shows that it's possible.
It's crazy because you're like when you're, you know, I'm sure at the school they have like pictures of all the people that come here.
That's some crazy
it's
stuff.
gonna have the alumni. It's gonna be like NASA, heart doctor, rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
You might be the only rapper to come out that bitch.
Literally, I'm saying I'm waiting for the day they update the Wikipedia and they put me on the alumni page, bro, because they need me next to the prime ministers and all the crazy scientists and people that have done that stuff, man. So like, and hopefully one day we get that up there. YT on the Oxford alumni page. We need that.
That's gonna be hard. Yo, you fake really could use that as like cover art too.
Bro,
like you could just take a screenshot of that, or like
something, bro.
that'd be tough.
I think like on the same way Ye did like a college dropout thing. Last year I was gonna do a college graduate tape, but I was like, hey,
Ooh, that's hard. I fuck
maybe
with
that's
that.
still something that I'll run at one point. That's crazy.
Hard. It's crazy too because some of my favorite artists, Lupe, Mos Def, they're very well-read people, and they read a lot and they're very smart, very intelligent, and know how to communicate musically and just, you know, bars and everything. I feel like when I be hearing you like rap, like your first 6 bars, that's really what be catching niggas. I don't know if you really thought about. I feel like it's your first 6.
Really?
Like your first 6 be catching. Like really sit back like, yo, like, yo.
Yeah.
I really got black and tan girls, for real. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. There's so many people be like, I don't know. I actually don't know what made me go in the booth and like just say that as like start a song like that, just say that as my first bar, but like for some reason that's a line that is like stuck with people. It's crazy, like.
Nah, cause that's real. Like that's real. Like you really put it in perspective. Yeah, some of my girls are black and some of my girls are tan.
I think that is like one of the key things that I feel like maybe attracts people to my music is kind of just like a relatability to it, innit?
Very
like,
relatable. Very relatable. And it's good, like, and I think that in this age where it's just like things, you only get like a minute or 15 seconds to impress people. You're impressing somebody right off the rip.
Literally, I think like even the way we were talking about like TikTok and stuff, like I feel like you just said that everyone's like competing for people's attention these days. Like when you post a snippet, like some people might not, you post a whole intro, by that time someone's bored and it's swiped, you've literally got 4 or 5 seconds to like grab someone's attention. So I think you gotta come out the gate and like with something that's like,
and you even on Prada and Celine.
Yeah, man. It's a vision, not a dream, man. It's a vision, not a dream. Yeah.
Prada.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. You know, I don't know if I do it intentionally, but I try. Even when I'm recording a whole song, I try not to waste bars. So I think like everything I love everything I say to be like punchy or quotable or memorable for some reason. So I think like being that way from out the gate, not even warming up. I think like maybe that. I've never noticed it, but that's a feature.
Besides like the jerk shit, like which is fire, we're gonna get into that, but like that's what I noticed about you. I'm like, nah, this nigga first couple bars.
Hey, thank you, man.
It's like, okay, he got me.
I've never thought about it like that. Thank you for telling me. Hey, that's
I'm
crazy.
like,
I like that. I like
he
that.
Got me.
Thank you.
I'm
man.
like, all right, bet. Like it's like even too, like it could be like a young nigga's IG post. You know what I mean? Like, you feel
I love
me?
seeing when people tag me and stuff on the ground. They see like as captions and stuff. Like, I love having them as like quotables in people's head. I love like those little like one bars. Like, I love rappers like V's and stuff like that. Like every line is just like IG caption. Like I love stuff like that.
The GOAT, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
V's is so crazy.
V's
is so crazy.
One of my good friends, man. Shout out V's.
Hey man, shout out V's.
So yeah, you are also, you know, we're in Los Angeles, the home, the birthplace of jerk.
Hell yeah,
of
man.
jerk music.
Crazy, man.
Like, and it's funny because I'm only a little bit older than you, but we both experienced jerk when it first came out in crazy area, the Rejects, the Rangers, Audio Push. And I remember when Your Jerk came out, like that was a crazy time because we was coming out of like Black Boy, White Boy Fly, where it's just like, in America at least, it was like Sperry's and Hollister and all these different things. But now you got Lil Wayne wearing skinny jeans and like you got niggas wearing colorful pants and Osiris's, and this skate culture is really merging into black culture. And then, you know, you got these LA kids, which is also too, you know, jerking did come from like the gangbangers. That's what they were doing at parties. You know what I mean? So, but that time was just so pivotal because it's like you got niggas outside looking like Willy Wonka.
When you go back and watch them old jerk videos, it's so crazy. I'm like, LA must have been a crazy like place at the time because you can't imagine seeing stuff like that outside, or even like, well, it kind of did translate elsewhere, but just like you said, these colorful ass skinny jeans,
nigga might pinch up and bust your ass.
Like, that's great. When I didn't even know the ties to gang culture because like I'll just be seeing these guys like with, like you said, with like colorful glasses and stuff, and I thought like, hey, I can't imagine these niggas banging, bro. That's crazy.
Chris Brown was hanging out with a bunch of jerking gangbangers out here.
That's crazy, bro. If a nigga pin drop and shoot you, bro, that's a crazy way to go out, bro. I can't lie. That's insane.
Nigga might pin drop and bust your ass,
that's
bro.
Insane, bro.
Nah, because it was like, you know, they in the parties and shit, so niggas is, you know, they dancing, so that's what they, you know. And then obviously everybody participates, but it was a lot of jerking niggas that was gangbangers.
That's crazy,
it's funny, there's a video now of Phoenix flexing from Shoreline Mafia, and he's jerking and shit. And it's like when he was a kid.
Okay. Oh, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah,
bro.
and people are like, "Oh, this is really LA." Like, like it's crazy. Like, you just see the niggas like that was jerking and shit, and you know, and where they take off. Man. But you got hip to the jerk shit, you know, obviously from your childhood and just, you know, watching everything. But it got sparked off because XavierSOBased in New York, right? Talk a little bit about that and just how he inspired you to get into this way.
Yeah, man. So it's like I said, like. That like original jerk era, that was like some of my earliest internet memories. So like I was like 9, 10 years old, like watching You're a Jerk, watching Rejects, watching Marvel Inc., watching like all so I said Marvel Inc., Young Sam, like all of these guys. So like these are some of my earliest like internet memories. Like first time being on YouTube, I had like all the cousins who showed me that stuff. So then, and then fast forward like a decade later or over, 2023, I was literally just like in my uni dorm room. And like, just literally, came across Patch Made by Xavier. Like I had known of Xavier from some other stuff, SoundCloud stuff before, but then found Patch Made, and I was just like, whoa, like just the way the guy was rapping, and then the Cash Paint beats and stuff. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is like that thing that I'm familiar with from my childhood a decade ago, but like niggas my age doing that now, and like that really just like, and there was just a funness and like an energy and like an energy to it that I was just like, yo, this is so sick. Started looking at Cash Paint type beats and like on YouTube and just started having fun with it myself, and like I did not expect to even still be on this sound or it be like turn it into like where it has for me.
And where it took you, you know?
I think so I'm saying I had no clue like back in like February 2023, it's like what, January 2020, so coming on 2 years, I had no clue that this would really be a sound that I would like really get a lot of growth off of. But yeah, man, when I found that, it just made rapping so fun, and it was so like, something about me just took to it, and from then I've been running with it and trying to evolve it.
I think maybe because of the familiarity of you know, being a child and like, okay, and you even, you know, naming groups and shit, like he's like, oh, so I really listen to niggas in those pockets and certain shit really rapping on these like growing up. So it's like now I'm an adult and this and that, and I also think you don't go to that school for no reason. Like, you're smart. So it's like,
Thank you,
know, the bars and everything, everything kind of came together and meshed and just, you know.
Man. Everything, like you said, it just came together. So many different things from, my childhood, my memories, from just like the catchiness of the beats. I also feel like one thing about the jerk beats is like, I feel like my older music, I used to over rap a lot. Like, and these jerk beats just like dumb it down, make it simple, just like, you don't have to like try and do too much. You just float on it, and like, I think everything with it just came together and like led to me being able to, led to me finding a way that I like a way that I musically really like expressing myself. So like, I love them beats, bro. It's crazy, but I feel like I'm really trying to grow it and like evolve it, because a lot of people see it as like a trend or like a wave or just it's just like jerk beats, but like, I feel like there's so much there, man. From that snare pattern, like there's so much stuff you can do.
There's definitely ways you can take it. And also too, you know, that goes back to now with you eventually going to listen to do your homework. You can listen to music to inspire that. Like,
Hell yeah.
This, I'm about to sample these 60 songs, these 80s songs over here, or this like 90s this, and like I'm about to give it a whole new life and a whole new feeling. Like, shit, niggas might be throwing like, you know, in Memphis they have like a lot of cutouts for Juicy J and them, like just words and saying. You might throw some shit in there that. Like, I'm about to mix some Memphis with the LA, like the jerk shit,
with
you
the
know?
UK, with the J.
And the UK in it, I just did some. You might chop and screw it, like, you know what I mean? Might mix the Texas with it, like, oh,
you're giving me recipes, bro.
You know,
you
going
put me
crazy.
on. You put me on.
You know what I'm saying? He going crazy. Oh yeah, he went crazy. So also too, in one of your songs, he was like, niggas just want to know how much you made off Arc'teryx.
Yeah.
How much did you make off that song? Because you were fully independent.
Yeah.
You know, people came to you and wanted to sign you. You said it was like 100 and some for 2 songs, and, you know, etc. But how much in perspective? Like, I really think it would be dope to like give, you know, these up and coming artists like perspective on how much a song that goes that crazy and viral makes.
To be fair, it's actually pretty. It's like it's kind of public info. Like, you can do the maths on like to figure out how much any song's made. But like in the UK, it's probably like 3,000 to 4,000 per million streams. So like, probably made like 20, something like 20, 25K off of Arc'teryx, I reckon. But like, it's crazy because I don't know. I feel like people always think that the music stuff is like crazy bread, and like it might get to a point where it is crazy bread, but like for up and coming rappers, like these Spotify and these like platforms are not paying rappers well. Like,
not
streaming
it's
money,
not a crazy payout.
The money don't come from streaming. So it's like, yeah, a song that went like that Arc'teryx that went viral and like, yeah, did millions. I probably made like 25K off of it, which is like great money, of course, like never complaining, but like it's not life-changing shit. Like that's less than like that's not gonna pay rent for like somebody even for a year. So like, you know, so it's like, yeah, it's well, not well, okay, we'll pay rent, but like you couldn't live off
What was
that.
the first like purchase you bought?
Oh,
with
I was so dumb. I bought a Goyard bag. Goyard, like
what
the
color?
little Belvedere, baby blue. Like,
So you're a blue Goyard guy.
Yeah. I got a blue Goyard. I was like 19. That was like the first time I had ever seen like 4 digits in my account. I was like, whoa. That was crazy to me when I bought a Goyard. Stupidest purchase of my life, but like I feel like you gotta do when you get some money, when you see some money for the first, you gotta do some, you gotta make a dumb purchase. Like I feel like that's what it's for.
So it's always in the back of your mind. It's like, yeah, I can't do that again.
Literally, right? You got in, you do it, and then you learn the lesson, and you're like, next time you get some more money, you're like, okay, you learn how to be responsible with it, because it's a crazy feeling when once you just retail therapy, innit?
Yeah, a little bit for sure. So Black and Tan, you and Lancey also, you know, you guys went crazy. It was your first time meeting them. Song comes out, it's starting to move. I also attest, you know, the song moving to the visuals. Your visuals are very unique, very retro. Shout out the videographer. What's bro's name?
LAUZZA, but like there's a like crazy team. LAUZZA, like my boy Nolan works on Black and Tan as well. Moy Digital, Sab Dog, Super Bunda Fighter. Like there's a bunch of people working on these, so it's like, yeah, man, we've got a crazy team of visual people. Like it's something that means a lot to me, for real.
Yeah, I think that also is really what helped you just stick out, because you're like, you know, not even here. I'm like, I turn the video on, and I'm like, damn, I'm trying to turn the quality up. I'm like
down to the down 480p.
I'm like, yo, what time am I in? Like, it's 2000 and what?
Time capsule, man. It's like those little details are something that like changes the whole thing, because it's like, yeah, man. Like this crazy
really
that even though it's like 480p,
man.
It takes you back to an era where like, yo, like that was really how it looked. You can't go beyond that. We're so used to like 4K to the EP.
Yeah, it really brings a nostalgic feeling to like, damn, like this is when I first got music. Like
Literally,
I understood my love for music.
It's because like, you forget about like the time that it feels like, you forget that there was a time when it was only in this quality, or like it was only in that thing. So like I feel like it's from that experience, it really takes you back like to another place.
Conspiracy theorist thought here for me personally. I feel like the more the advance we got in quality kind of ruined certain movies.
Well, as in movies like too crispy now.
It's too crispy.
I hear that.
Does that sound crazy?
I feel like there is some stuff that's too HD, man.
It's too vivid.
You know,
Give me an example of a movie that's too crispy.
I feel like Star Wars looks better back in the day than it does now.
I feel like when you see them 90s, like...
Because you gotta think, like, the costumes are kind of, in a sense, kind of corny, right? It just gives you too much visually.
I feel like for sometimes I see some movies, I'm like, that my real life eyes aren't even this sharp. Like I feel like sometimes something on screen, like it looks too HD. Like
it looks too
it's
real.
Not real. I don't even.
It doesn't like let me really practice escapism.
No.
Like this is another world.
I think that's it. It's like the same way when you watch some
That
like.
shit look like my fucking eyes.
That's what I'm saying. You watch some 2000s movies and even just like the color grade and like just stuff like that. Like it's all part of the experience. It takes you back in a different time. When you're just like photorealistic, it's like you're not in the movie. You're just like this looks like it's real life. It's
Looks
too
like
real
my
life.
Tuesday.
It's too. This shit look like yesterday, bro. Like, what you mean? Nah, that's facts. You know what? It's crazy, bro said he don't agree, but I'm with you. I'm with you on that. That's not a crazy take.
But that's why I think the VHS and the digital cameras have become so popular
like,
because
we were literally talking before about film cameras, and it's like I don't have it on me. I roll with my VHS camera with me most places, and it's like, bro, there's just like a feeling that you get in the colors and stuff. It's different to when you like iPhone pics are cool, but it's just like it's an iPhone pic. When you see like a film picture or some VHS, it's like, yeah, man, there's a real like quality to it.
Yeah, you know, I had met this dude a while ago, and he told me he gets a new iPhone every year because basically when he takes pictures of his kids, he knows the time where he took it. Like it was like,
I'm calling cap on, bro. I can't lie.
That's what he said.
iPhone, he's telling me if you show him the difference between an iPhone 16 and a 14, he's telling you, hey man, that's a 14 plus. Like, what?
The iPhone 5 pictures compared to the iPhone now.
You
can see the difference. He said he gets a new picture, and that's his way of like remembering shit.
Every couple years, man. Every year is crazy, but like every couple years, I feel him though.
At a certain point, it does become cap.
How often you get a new phone?
Shit, like every 3 years.
I don't feel like every year is OD. I can't lie. They're not making enough changes year to year for you to get.
You see now they got the 3 shit. The cameras like all bunched up in the back.
Well,
but they're supposed to have it in a line now or some shit.
They're just changing shit to change shit. I can't lie, but
bro.
Every year they gotta find a way to flip something. I don't know, but hey man, every 3 years is cool. Every year is OD as hell.
Very OD. Like, relax.
Literally, bro.
So what's your relationship like now with Lancey and everything?
Hey man, that's the big bro, man. That's the big bro. It's crazy. Literally Black in Town last year. He just dropped Conglomerate with my boys Fimi and Len. So like, he's really done really stepped into the role like that I feel like the UK has been lacking of people like who are already like solidified and established, like bringing through the new generation, and like a lot of the times there's like resistance or like gatekeeping exactly is the word really. But like, yeah man, Lancey really championed all the young niggas. He's got a song with another guy popping in the UK, another guy going crazy called Sinner as well, coming out. He's like, yeah man, he's just taking all the young G's under his wing and like really putting on, and that's like, yeah man, a real role model, real big bro for real. He's going crazy.
I think that's the smartest thing he did.
Man, it's like
it breathes new life into your career.
Literally.
It's like, okay, that's like Ye. That's like Jay. That's what guys like that do. It's like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna take these new guys doing anything. I'm gonna collab on some genuine shit because I genuinely fuck with it. But it's a give and give. It's like you guys are dope and people need to see this. I have a platform. Let's rock out. Let's get this money.
And
man.
I think it's like it's an important thing that it's genuine, but like it's a thing that, like you said, a lot of artists, sometimes older artists get up and then try and gatekeep. But like you said, it's actually the best thing for anyone to do because that's the way people like have longevity. Like you said, people like Ye, people like Jay, people like Drake. It's the people who encouraged and like welcomed and adopted and like brought through the youth, and not the people who try to. Anybody that becomes an old head and tries to hate on the young niggas, like they never ever lost.
Nah,
like,
they're always gonna lose that because things are ever so changing.
You can't fight the youth, man. You can't fight the youth.
Cannot fight it. The most you can do is give your knowledge and guide and 100%. Help put niggas on. But you can't be hating on the young niggas. Man. Can't hate on the young niggas. It don't make no sense. What I think was dope too, you know, earlier before on camera, we were kind of talking about the channels you go through. They're like in the UK because I feel like I only know of like big platforms like BBC Radio, Apple Music, and stuff like that out there. And I'm sure even the radio, I don't really know what the radio's like, but have they started playing you guys and supporting and showing?
It's like there's a guy called Cascade who's on like, he has a show like weekly or every other week on BBC One Extra. He be putting on a lot of the underground stuff. DJ Semtex on Capital, I think be putting on like the young. So it's starting like, it's a real like shift going on in the UK now where it's starting, a couple of us is starting to like pop onto the radio, it's starting to peak above, but like, yeah, like I was saying before, there's still like a big gap. Like this, or like the underground.
There's no like right in the middle of like, okay, there's this up here in the middle, and then there's down
exactly.
here.
And it's like, and all of like this wave that's going on with us right now is very relatively new. So like it's still a new space, and like even like labels, traditional media channels, all the outlets, they don't really know what to do with it. Like people are still kind of skeptical. A lot of people still hating on it. So it's a really interesting time for the UK, but like within the next year or two, like that's gonna all change, because it's like everything's shifting right now. Like it's the time. It's like it's a renaissance at the moment.
I love it, man. I think it's super dope. You know, Lancey's also been one of my favorite guys, but for a while it really was just Lancey.
Yeah, man.
You know, there was other people doing that thing, but for realistically crossing over in America, Lancey was the guy.
It's like genuinely like for that like alternative like underground rap space, like Lancey is the only guy, and the only guy to do, like you said, internationally. Like, or even I feel like now the only other artist, even outside of Lancey, to really do that is Sench and then Skepta and Dave on some level, like, on that scale.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, literally, definitely in this type of sonic space, like, that's why it's so good that he's championed all the young guys. Like I'm saying, it's because like everybody doing that in the UK looked up to him, because like if you were some guy that wasn't trying to do drill in the UK, like that was who you were looking at. That was for the kids who weren't in the blocks, in the streets, doing that stuff, for like the fashion niggas, the wavy shit, the guys on some different stuff, the regular guys. Like that was that's who we all looked up to. So it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, shout out, bro. I love what he's doing. You know, in a sense, with great power comes great responsibility. 100. And he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Man. You know, he's doing the right thing, man. Talk about, you know, when you guys do all link up, Fimi, the conglomerate, Lancey, everybody in it. Like Len, like talk about like, you know, the vibes. I was joking earlier because you pulled up taller than I thought. I'm like, I thought you was short because them other niggas tall as shit. I'm like, but you tall too.
I don't know how it works out like that. Like everyone's 6 foot plus, but like, hey man, it's like, it's crazy. Those are really the bros. So it's like, for example, like Len, like, we making music for years. If you go back and check, like, I was gonna say check my Spotify, you can't right now, but hey, do all times when you can. Like we've got songs going back from like what 2018, 2019. He executive produced my project in 2023 called Real Life. So like all of these guys they're all the guys. So like it's really just like we're all on the same wavelength, we're all cooking up. Like I was there on a lot of the conglomerate sessions. Like those are all the guys. So it's like, yeah, man, we really just. It's natural, man. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, yeah, man. It's natural. That's just like regular relationships, man. Yeah. For sure.
That's fine. Is there like a venue out there? Because growing up as a kid, right? Is there like a staple venue where he's like, oh shit, like I'm on my way or I made it? For like, you know, New York is like SOBs. LA it's the Roxy. And like, you know, is there a staple venue you went to as a kid and it's just like, yo, we played here, like, we did this?
There's a couple ones like Village Underground. There's a venue called Village Underground, which is in like East London, Shoreditch, which is, I saw Carti when he first came to London in 2017.
Wow.
So like, that's a venue that, like, that's one of them ones that like, okay, cool, that's a staple venue. There's like Electric Ballroom, there's all the different like O2 academies and like Brixton, Islington, like, so there's a couple like at different levels at like 1,000 cap, at like 1,500, 5,000. I'm about to do UK tour, what do you call it? I'm about to do UK tour April, May, so London headline's probably going to be either Village Underground or Electric Ballroom. So both of those on some like underground stuff. Those are like some, so they have like real history in the culture. So it's an exciting time for that. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You was just in the watching it.
Just
now
in there watching, literally, man. That's
you about to be
bro.
On stage, like your green room, like
that's
I'm
what
really
I'm saying.
back here.
It's
like,
crazy to me. I'm literally thinking, bro. I tried to see Carti and it was 18 plus, I was 16 at the time, and like they didn't let me in on the first night. I was there like outside, pissed off, I could hear them playing like Woke Up Like This and Magnolia in there, I was vexed. Went back the second night, like with a fake ID, got in, and then so like, for like what, that was what, 2018? So like, to be doing that myself, 7 years, to be on stage there, that's like crazy, crazy full circles. I feel like, same way with the Supreme stuff, I feel like life is just about full circles and just like completing the stuff, being the guy that you wanted to be when you were a kid. So like,
literally,
it's crazy.
Man. That's the only thing you should chase, man.
That's literally it, man.
The only thing, you just chase your childhood ambitions, goals, and
true
dreams,
passions,
man.
innit? Like the stuff that meant something to you back then, like that's the stuff that should still like, that's what makes it meaningful now.
100%, man.
For sure, man.
So you just put out Still Swaggin.
Yeah.
You and the producer Oi, your go-to, your guy. Talk a little bit about the process of making that project and putting it out. I seen you tweet some funny shit.
Oi's my tag though. That's not my producer. The Oi tag's me.
You making those beats?
Yeah. Well, I'm not making the. I just put tags on my shit. So I got different producers, but like the Oi tag that's my tag. So I just be tagging shit. You thought, oh, that's crazy. You thought Oi was a producer. No way.
Bro, I thought that was a producer. Am I tripping? Did y'all think it was a producer too?
Yeah. No way. You're the first person that's ever thought that. That's crazy. That's me, bro. So that Oi shit, that's all me.
Oh, shit. All right, well, damn, I thought it was your producer.
Like, I got a couple different producers, though, so it's like, I don't know. I got my boy Carrie, a couple other people that are, like, close to me, but I feel like Still Swaggin, like, I don't even think there's, like, the main producer that produced, like, Pockets Full of Money, Just Got My Degree, is a guy called Tracheo. He's from Atlanta. So he be sending me beats. Yeah, I still never met him IRL, but he's from Atlanta. He's probably like the main producer on Still Swaggin. But apart from that, all my beats come from different places. I've never been like a one right-hand producer type of person. So like, I love working with different people. But like, in terms of how Still Swaggin came together, like, that was just, I was in my final year at Oxford. And like, I was just making stuff in my room. Like I had this weird like uni dorm room, but it was tiny, but like, I was just so locked in there. And like, when I finished uni, like, and graduated, I was like, okay, cool, this is like real life, this is go time. So like, I was like, I really want to put out a project that's like consolidates everything. That like, yeah, this is YT, this is what we're doing now. And then my boy Moy Digital did shot the cover art, and everything just came together crazy. And like, yeah, man, like 10 songs. I really felt like I kept it like short and sweet and concise. But I love that project so much. I think that's my favorite project I've ever put out. Like, Still Swaggin, it came together crazy.
Yeah. So my favorite song on there, you sampled Lady Gaga's Poker Face.
Yeah, man.
That was crazy to me. I was like,
yeah,
you really just threw me like in a whole different field.
Bro, it's all this stuff like, bro, Lady Gaga's like, I feel like people don't talk on Lady Gaga enough. That's one of my goats for real. Like that whole, the Monster Fame, like that album is like one of my favorite albums ever. From like, there's songs on that from like Paparazzi, Poker Face, Just Dance, like Monster. It's just the leads in it.
It's like such good pop music, bro.
That was like
written, produced, layers.
Late 2000s, early 2010s, like that's I feel like peak pop music to me. Just like some of the melodies, some of the stuff you hear on that, like just generational songs. Songs like you said, like when you hear that lead, like that's why like sampling it has such like a crazy effect.
Yeah.
Like, you just hear that lead and you're instantly like it's so iconic, like it belongs to that time. Like that's crazy. The sounds that people are making. I feel like we, like you said, because we don't have these mainstream channels anymore. Like I don't feel there will be like pop music again. Like at least not how there was in the past and the future. But like I feel like I want to try and recreate like that in some way of like really making them like songs that like that timeless songs, songs like you hear it in a club. It's just like everyone. That's like the soundtrack to people's lives.
Like you just the first in DJ form, like right.
Yeah.
There's certain songs you drop on the one. You don't mix. Like that's a song you're gonna drop. Niggas gonna know.
Everybody hear that. So once you hear that peeking through, they know the song that's coming.
That's them ones, man. You know, it's funny too, cause one of my favorite songs for her is a song "So Happy I Could Die."
Okay, bro. Which one's that one? I might not be hip.
You gotta listen to "So Happy I Could Die."
I'm always trying to hear that.
The structure, I really love the song because of the structure, like the way the bridge.
Yeah.
Just how it's put together, but it is.
Oh shit, that's on Monster as well.
Yeah, bro. You gotta listen to "So Happy I Could Die."
I got this one saved. That's crazy. I'm gonna save this now.
That is fire. Okay. Yeah. She's amazing, man.
She's crazy. I feel like she needs to. I have to give her flowers right now because I feel like, hey, and people don't be putting Lady Gaga in them conversations like she needs to be, man. That's a real artist.
Real pop icon, bro.
For sure, man.
Like really changed the landscape. Like was mad raunchy, like too.
Man.
Like
people forget
some
how,
crazy
like,
raunchy
used to piss
video.
people off and like as well. Used to be doing crazy shit, man. Like real like pop. Like
and her ass fat too. I would clap that.
Because you did Lady Gaga for that ass is crazy, bro. I ain't never noticed that.
Yeah, look at Lady Gaga later. I hit that.
Nah, that's crazy.
He said I only like black and tan though.
Yeah, bro, you heard it, bro. You heard it in the songs. Now we rock with everybody.
We rock with everybody.
We rock with everybody, bro. Some of my guys are black, some of my guys are tan, but like, hey, we rocking with everybody out here, man.
Man, I gallus, dog.
Man, gallus. Hey. Hakeem finna get me in trouble, bro.
Oh,
hey,
man.
That's crazy.
So you sprained your ankle running to the studio?
Yeah.
Damn, nigga.
Bro, I took the I literally took the brace that was on it off today, bro. But it was crazy. I was gonna say, it does not sound like some rapper stuff, bro. I was running down the subway stairs on the way to the thing, slipped, landed on my ankle, heard it like pop. It was crazy. I tried to like get back up like nothing happened and like dug it off, but by the time I got onto the train, I was like, yo, thing was swollen. But like, that was my first time getting injured, bro. I never got injured and shit growing up.
Ever?
So,
never broke a bone?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I never broke a bone, never nothing. So like, that happening to me was crazy, bro. I was playing sport and stuff, but I just never got injured. So like, spraining my ankle at 23 is crazy. Yeah,
you wasn't going hard enough.
You're right. I wasn't. Well, you play sport?
Yeah, I play football, basketball.
America, I was like football, as in like quarterback football.
Nah, I was no quarterback. I was linebacker.
You damn, that's crazy, bro. You play
CT type shit.
You play like English football, as in soccer.
I did play soccer in Jamaica.
You rock with soccer?
But as soon as I got to America, it was like, you ain't get no bitches playing no football. Like,
I feel like, is it getting better? Like, I feel like people are like, Americans are like getting like hip to soccer more. Like, is it getting cooler?
It's definitely has gotten a lot bigger now.
Like, World Cup's gonna be here now, isn't it? Next year.
I'm not sure. It might be. Yeah. But it's funny now because in America, it's like, it's a shift in sports of what's popular.
Oh, yeah?
Baseball.
People are working with baseball now.
What? These niggas making so much money.
Is it? No one in England be knowing anything about baseball. Like, that don't exist.
$700 million contracts.
Yo, what?
If my son wants to pick up a football, I slap that.
Get that guy a bat, bro.
Like, bro, get it.
Trying to get to swinging, bro.
Like, bro, chill out. Or crazy. Soccer, like
this. 700 mil.
Bros, what did bro get? David or what's bro? What? 700 million, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like there just be crazy money in this country, bro. I feel like in America, bro, they just be.
It's a lot.
Even like the way they be like college sports, like that's such a for like a European brain, that's like an insane concept that you guys are like 18-year-olds that getting like $1 million deals and stuff, bro.
Crazy.
That's crazy. There's nothing like that in the UK.
It'll eventually. I mean. It might go. It might be a thing, bro. You never know.
Crazy. But it's like the whole thing.
I don't know if the over there like they make the type of money like.
There's there's crazy money in like football, like soccer, but like the system's different because like people are playing for like clubs from when they're like 8 years old and like going through academies and stuff. So it's not even like people don't go to like if you're a footballer like you don't go to college and stuff. Like if you're
you train for that player, your whole life.
Like, literally like you're going.
I watched the David Beckham documentary on Netflix. That was wavy. You watched that one?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
crazy,
fine.
Bro.
Shout out that boy. He really had that shit on.
Man. Man. Because that guy, he was a pop icon as well, wasn't it? He was a real deal celebrity, bro.
For real.
He was different, bro.
Nigga winning back to Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Which American girl you want? Who you taking now?
Whoa, I gotta think on this one. You know what? SZA used to be out there for me. I was looking with SZA a lot. SZA, how am I thinking? Who else is there? Yeah, I'll go with SZA for that. I'll leave it. Nah, that's gotta be more. My mind's blanking right now. I can't even say the person I was gonna say. Political. Oh my god.
Nah, SZA's a good pick. I'll definitely go.
Who you rocking with?
Shit, Tiana Trump.
That was crazy. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, wait, I don't even know who you're talking about, bro. I don't know who that is, bro. I got no clue who you talking about, bro. Hey, that's crazy, bro. Nah, you funny, bro.
She dating some soccer player over there right now.
I saw that. Wait, who was it?
I forgot the nigga, but
nah, it wasn't Pepe. Nah, I know who you're talking about, bro.
But she dating some nigga over there. He's having the time of his life.
That's what I said, bro. He's living. I've been seeing that, bro.
Overly living.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's what he.
Obviously being someone, at the forefront making jerk music popular again. What do you think about Plaqueboymax and DDG?
Yeah.
Like their song, like
Pink Dress, bro. I've been seeing that going crazy, bro. It's ton, bro. I've been thinking DDG's mad overhated, bro. So it's good to be seeing him get some love from that song, man. Like those guys going crazy. Obviously, like Plaqueboymax with the streams. Like I think it's such a sick concept. Like he's really innovating with the content creation thing. So I think it's 100%. Cool, man. I love seeing that. I love seeing that, bro. And every song that goes bigger, like pushes the genre further. So I think it's sick. It's awesome to see.
I love to see it. I think it's just overall showing growth. Like
yeah, man.
There's kids that just they want to be streamers now. DDG used to be a YouTuber.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Now
and it's like not a lot of people like survive that. Like a lot of people that start on one thing, especially if it's like YouTube where they try and do something, they always get like a lot of resistance or a lot of like people trying to like hate on it, but DDG's he's done crazy stuff. I feel like as a rapper, like he's got some
plaques.
bangers.
He got records.
That's what I'm saying. He's got, like, you can't hate on that, man. You can't
Somebody
hate on that.
listen to it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Somebody feels something about it.
And man, it's always good to see people trying to not boxing themselves in, because it's like some people let it get to their head. They think because they're a YouTuber or they think because they're one thing they can't do this like other thing, and it's like, hey man, it shows you can turn up on one thing, turn up off the other thing. Like, it's crazy. It's good to see.
100%. Have you and Skepta talked?
You know what? Nah, but he commented it's a vision, not a dream on one of my TikToks the other day. He followed me on TikTok, so like I haven't met him in real life yet, but like yeah, man, I've been seeing him show like a lot of love recently, like in the last few months. Like he's been like tapped in with us, he's been like showing love. So like yeah, man, Skepta's going crazy, bro.
Man, a legend. I met Skepta like fucking 5-6 years ago, bro. Man. We talk here and there and just chop it up, but I remember one of the coolest things, and one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet too. Yeah. He pulled us up. I was with Xavier Wolf at the time working with him, so we pulled up on him, picked Skepta up in in Zay's Beamer, his 740, and then he was playing us at the time. It was Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it wasn't finished. It was just the beat, and it was just Flacco on the verse.
That's a crazy.
And we was just driving around in a BMW in LA.
That's crazy that you got to experience that driving around in a Beamer to like unreleased Praise the Lord. That's like that's some historical shit, bro.
We was just driving. Me, Zay, and Skeppy went back to the house. Actually, it was like it was honestly too my first moment like ever A&Ring something too, right? Like, I was around Skepta, so like if I'm around certain people, I'm gonna like try to, get game or just like, have a good conversation and just learn, especially someone that's doing something, at that caliber. So I just, chopping up music shit. Yo, what's your favorite song right now? He's like, man, my favorite song right now is Check It Out Remix by Xavier. Like, this is my favorite shit. That's crazy. He was like, matter of fact, like, I want to remix that. I'm like, yo, the studio's upstairs. Damn. He was like, word? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah, did it.
The studio, man, we sitting in the studio. I'm sitting there, I'm seeing Skepta, and I'm like, yo, you want a drink? He's like, yeah, I actually do. I got him a drink. Made sure the verse, made sure the shit got done.
Make sure everything's right in place, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's good A&R right there, bro.
Make sure bro getting his vibe. And he finished the verse, and then they're like, yo, we should shoot the video. And I'm like, let's shoot it tonight. And I'm like, I'm calling videographers, like, yo, get over here. Like, yo, we about Skepta, Xavier, this shit about to be lit. Couldn't find nobody to come at the time, and I think Skep had to go run out. He had his mans come. And then he was like, let's shoot it tomorrow, though. Man, the next day, Skepta pulled up. He's like, Zay's like, yo, Skepta's outside. Go outside. I see Flacco had just got his silver Ferrari.
Dumb.
Right? So I see the car. I'm like, ain't no way that's him and Flacco.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pull up. Flacco, first thing Flacco see me, he's like, I see you, bro. You fly right now. The off-white belt had just came out. It was doing his thing, Not a lot of people had it at the time, He's like, I see you, bro. Nice belt. You fly.
That's a crazy story, man. That off-white belt went platinum back in the day. That was triple platinum, bro. That off-white belt was a classic, bro.
Classic. And then he was just basically like, where I park? And then I got to create, direct that music video.
That's awesome, bro.
Zay just looked at me. He was like, yo, you been putting it together, like, create, direct the video. I'm like, all right. I'm telling Skepta, go shoot here, like, go in here. Flacco, I'm like, get this, that. Yeah. So it was crazy. It was dope, but.
That's a crazy experience, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy, like, your amount of stuff that's a real, like, legend, like really at the top of the UK, man. Like, that's really the GOAT for anyone from the Isles, for real.
You think of UK,
that's it, man.
You think of him.
100%,
like,
man.
He's the big dog, man.
100%.
Like, he's the guy over there. Well, we usually do this to close it out and everything, man. What is your message for our generation?
Yo, man, I've seen so many of these. I should have come prepared. I should have thought of this before. That's crazy. Really, bro, be yourself, believe in yourself, back yourself, man. Those are my three. It sounds corny, it sounds cliche, but like, taking the cliches, deep the cliches, they're cliches for a reason, man. Be yourself. That's the only person you can be, bro. Back yourself, because no one else is gonna back you if you don't back yourself, and believe in yourself, because what's the other option, man? That's it. I think that's it, man. Be yourself, believe in yourself, back yourself for real.
Love, brother. Appreciate you.
Love, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Of course.
Being YT, #Oye.